And he's been called by Mike down to the river.
Well, the ace of spade comes off. This gives Carlos an ace-high straight. There is a possible flush out there. Now, Mike is going to check.
Just a perfect card for the Matador.
350,000.
And the perfect card would have been an offsuit ace, but 350,000 is the bet. And virtually all Mike can beat at this stage is a stone bluff, but...
And he's just stammering to himself, muttering.
He's been calling Carlos so many times here, thinking he never has anything. Will he do it yet again? If so, he'll get his wrist slapped this time.
What are you trying to represent, Carlos? Flush, straight, what? Ace?
Don't get too curious here.
Played his hand so odd.
You make this call, you'll be giving a lot of momentum back to Carlos.
I lay it down. I know it's good.
Wow, he did lay it down. Nicely done.
So Carlos Mortensen finally getting untracked a little bit and takes down a pot.
Carlos, originally born in Ecuador, later on moved to Spain.
Bluff.
Now lives in Vegas part-time.
You can't even hold it in.
You know what's amazing about him? He's taken 2 titles.
You can smile
wins a ton of money in the World Poker Tour, but he's only played 50-some-odd tournaments on the World Poker Tour.
Vince, the guy's averaged over $100,000 every WPT event he has entered. By far and away, the best out here in the World Poker Tour for players that have entered 20 events or more.
Back to this hand. It's on Mike again with the button and an attractive-looking king-queen offsuit.
Yeah, very attractive.
And he's going to raise it. Makes it 125. And Carlos with a queen-jack coming back over the top.
Unbelievable. Carlos has re-raised 200,000 here, and as you can see, he has dominated. It's king-queen versus queen-jack, but let's see what Mike is going to do. Mike's going to make the call. So Mike just never believes Carlos has a big hand. And in this case, he's right. He's him dominated.
And there's another blind bet here by Carlos Mortensen. He's just putting chips in before the flop.
You like doing that, don't you?
Put in 325,000. It could very well work with a flop of 3-3-4 with 2 hearts, because Mike has none of that.
I'm all in.
Wow. Vince, he has pulled the trigger for all his chips. A stunning move by this poker pro out of Chicago. I mean, this play is going to work. Carlos cannot possibly call him here with a queen-jack, I don't think. But what a play to move all in with just king high here. Especially when the guy bet in the dark. After raising pre-flop, not just raising, coming over the top and re-raising.
It's really uncallable. I'm just seeing a little Spanish theatrics right now.
Well, maybe Carlos is going to have to reevaluate these blind bets.
And finally, Carlos reluctantly folding the hand.
So Mike Mustafa giving Carlos Mortensen the bogus blue book right there.
That's right. The former car salesman sells another lemon. We're coming back with more action. Stay with us on the World Poker Tour.
Welcome back to the Hollywood Casino. You're watching the WPT's inaugural Hollywood Poker Open. We are down to heads-up play. And right now, Mike Mustafa out in front with 2.7 million. Carlos Mortensen with 1.6 million.
Yeah, the blinds are going up to 30 and 60,000. Action goes to Carlos.
Carlos Mortensen has already become the all-time money leader on the World Poker Tour by finishing in at least second place tonight. Now he's looking to tie Gus Hansen with 3 WPT titles, but right now he's up against it as Mike has the chip lead.
Carlos with king 9, Mike 10-7.
Happy to see a flop. And the flop comes 9-8-5, 2 diamonds. Mike has an open-in straight draw and a backdoor flush draw. He checks. Carlos has top pair.
He certainly does, and Carlos is going to bet it, 100,000.
And he's going to be called by Mike. Mike looking to catch the 6 or the jack. A 10 would give him the lead. But the 4 spade comes off. Mike's going to check.
300.
Carlos quickly bets 300,000.
The Matador trying to protect his top pair.
Well, Mike going to gamble here. And I say gamble because he's got to make the straight. And if it's the 6 or jack of diamonds, you're still scared.
But he has been lucky all night. He catches when he usually needs it. Will he do it now?
Well, Queen of Spade comes off.
Well, Mike finally did not hit there.
See what he's going to do here, though. He's going to check.
300.
Well, Carlos going to bet 300,000 here.
You missed me every way possible. I don't know how.
But Mike lays it down, so Carlos does pick up the pot to close the gap on the chip lead. Well, there you see Gus Hansen in his famous elbow flex when he captured his WPT title.
I know that very pale rich man.
Carlos Mortensen trying to tie Gus with 3 WPT titles and can do so if he wins here tonight.
All right. It is a close race right here, right now. And this time, Mike with 10-9, just going to call. Carlos with an 8-7.
Well, he says give us a flop here. So here comes that flop. Oh, it's come 10-9-6. Carlos has the nut straight, but Mike has the top 2 pair. Folks, buckle up. You are going to see some fireworks now.
I sees ahead. What a flop. Carlos has quickly checked. Mike bet 90,000. Carlos with the nuts right now.
Well, you're going to see the raise here, that's for sure. And I say that because there's a possible flush draw and a bigger straight draw out there. So Carlos does raise it, makes it 300,000 to go.
An additional 210.
Well, Vince, if I was Mike, I would just shove it right here. But I wouldn't like it. After Carlos turned up his hand, I can tell you that. So let's see what Mike is going to do.
Opportunity of a lifetime.
All in.
Oh. And he does push all in, and a quick call, of course.
Stop it.
Well, Vince, you can't blame him for playing the hand that way. Nothing you can do about it when you flop the top 2 pair, playing heads-up poker. Right now, Carlos Mortensen in great shape to double up and take a giant step toward those 3 WPT titles.
Just pair it, please. 10 or the 9.
The Matador puzzling the bull.
Good luck, Carlos. Good luck.
But what a pot, the biggest pot of the tournament, over $4 million in this pot. Let's see what happens.
Mike should pair. He'll take this tournament. Not there. It's a jack of spades.
Well, we're down to the river card.
Got a bigger straight now.
For Mike Mustafa to win this tournament right here, right now, he must catch a 10 or a 9 on the river. Otherwise, the Matador will have a huge chip lead in this heads-up battle.
Can the former car salesman get lucky and get this card and take this title? We will see. Here comes the river.
Nope. So Carlos Mortensen has doubled up. He is in great shape, Vince, to tie Gus Hansen's 3 WPT titles now. He has a monster chip lead.
So the Matador getting close to making some poker history here tonight at the Hollywood Poker Open. Stay with us. We're coming back with more action in just a moment.
6.
Tonight's World Poker Tour brought to you by FullTiltPoker.net.
One of the best feelings in my poker career.
Carlos, congratulations on your win tonight.
Most of the best players in the world were playing that tournament. It's like very prestigious tournament. And win that means you feel like in the top, you know, in the top of the mountain.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. The Hollywood Poker Open continues. And right now, Mike Mustafa is desperate. He is in the deep end of the pool with broken arms. He's in trouble.
Carlos Mortensen with 96% of the chips, a massive chip lead.
All right, I move on in.
He is well on his way to capturing that 3rd WPT title.
Do I have to show it to the camera before I look at it?
Well, look at this in his hand. Mike crippled here. All the money is in.
And he is out in front with the ace-6. Carlos has the queen deuce. As Vince, you heard Carlos how proud he was when he won the WPT World Championship back in season 5, and proud he should be.
Put an ace out there one time.
As the only man in the world that's won the main event at the World Series and the main event on the World Poker Tour. That's a feat we may not see duplicated for at least 20 years.
Well, can the Matador take down this title right now? We will see. Here's the flop.
Well, flop comes King 9-5. So a good flop for Mike, and that his ace-high is still out in front. Carlos must catch a queen or deuce to take the lead.
Turn card is a 4 of hearts.
So we are down to the river. To win this pot and end this tournament right now, Carlos must catch a queen or a deuce. Otherwise, Mike Mustafa will double up.
I'm feeling a deuce.
Well, it's a 6 of spade. So Mike makes 2 sixes, going to take down that pot. So the match continues.
Sit back now, guys. One more hand.
Carlos slightly amused. Mike feeling very, very relieved to take that.
One more time. Actually,
He's feeling good, Vince, because he's promised his 4 daughters are going on vacation. He makes it to this final table, so the higher up he finishes, perhaps the nicer
All right,
vacation.
325 plus 30 is 355.
He has 4 daughters. I wonder what it's like living in a house with 5 women, Vince.
Don't look.
That's why you play poker.
I'm on.
Well, well, he's going all in the dark for the 2nd time in a row.
I call.
Carlos has a queen jack and makes the call.
Yep, a 9-7 for Mike Mustafa.
I like this hand.
Carlos with queen jack.
He says he likes his hand. I'm sure Carlos likes his. He's the favorite to win this thing right here, right now. And tie Gus Hansen with 3
Carlos.
WPT titles.
Flop, 10-8-7. What am I talking about? 10-8-6.
10-9-8.
10-8-6, you're going to flop a draw too. You need a 9.
Ace king 10 would be nice.
I'm telling you right now, I'm going to hit a 9 on the flop.
Stop the predictions.
It's gonna
Get
come
to the
9-3-3.
flop.
Yeah, let's just see the flop.
Well, flop comes 7-6-3. So Mike didn't catch the 9, but he did catch the 7. He is out in front now with a pair of 7s.
You can do it.
Carlos must catch a queen or a jack to take the lead. A 9 comes off. It's over. Carlos is drawing dead as Mike makes 2 pair on the turn.
Ship the sugar, baby.
It is. It's over. Ship the pot.
And Vince just said quickly, Mike Mustafa now has over 700,000.
And he's starting to get annoying to Carlos Mortensen. It's like that gnat in the middle of your back. You can't quite swat him.
Back in business, Carlos.
Mike is sticking around.
355 total.
Well, one time Carlos had the worst hand, one time he had the best hand, but he lost both pots.
It ain't over till the fat lady sings.
And Mike has doubled up twice in a row.
Yeah, the Matador is not smiling any longer.
Even the fish get lucky sometimes.
He knows it's never easy to take these titles, that's for sure. He still has a nice chip lead, but one more double up by this guy, and Carlos's chip lead will be down to about 2-1 is all.
Well, the blinds are 30 and 60,000. Action going to Carlos.
Well, he looks down at a king 10. And he's just going to bet enough money to cover him.
What are you doing, trying to put me all in here or something?
That's exactly what he's done.
Yep. Oh, but Mustafa with a pair of 6s.
Call.
Well, Mike is going to make the call with 2 6s. He has the best hand right now.
He already bet more than I got.
So we've got a race situation here.
Carlos, a black 6 on the flop. You know how you do it.
If Carlos wins the race, he'll be our champion.
Black 6. I mean, if there's a red 6, I'll take it too, but I don't know if you can find one in there.
If Mike wins it, he'll double up yet again for the 3rd consecutive hand.
All right, let's rock and roll.
Well, this a healthy pot. 1.4 million in this
Carlos,
pot.
You feeling the pressure of doubling me up one more
I'm
time?
feeling I'm going to win in this hand.
Well, Carlos said, I feel I'm going to win it on this hand. And a 10 comes off, as well as 3 clubs.
That's not a good flop from my hand.
Unbelievable.
You still have one out.
Yeah, you
Mike
had
has one out, the
with
6
3
of
of hearts
spade.
instead of
That's
3
the only
diamond.
card he can win the pot with.
Ole for the Spaniard. 2 cards remaining.
Well, a jack comes
now
off.
you're
Actually,
out.
a good card for Mike, in that he now
4
has
outs
twice
again.
as many outs. The 6
Yeah,
of clubs
Jack.
will win it for him
No,
now
I
as
don't got 4
well.
outs. I don't
He
got
needs
4
the 6 of spade or the 6 of clubs.
Carlos 1
2
card
outs.
away from making history.
Well, the 5 of clubs comes off. Carlos makes a flush. Carlos Mortensen has done it, folks. You have witnessed poker history tonight. He has captured his 3rd World Poker Tour title. He has become the all-time money leader on the World Poker Tour. Folks, you're looking at poker greatness right there.
The Matador has slayed the bull one more time as he goes to the rail, kisses his girlfriend. He is our champion.
Give me my 195, please. Can't wait to see if you had that. Back in business, Carlos.
I'm feeling I'm going to win in this hand.
Congratulations to Carlos Mortensen for winning the inaugural Hollywood Poker Open.
Carlos is now a 3-time WPT champion and the all-time money winner on the WPT.
For Vince Van Patten and everyone at the World Poker Tour, I'm Mike Sexton saying thanks for watching. And until next time, may all your cards be live and your pots be monsters. I don't understand what this is for here.